first week of school with you guys. It says we don't use input on campus.
Right here, because I wanted to show physical and chemical change. In science class, we learned that baking a cake, or maybe like making scrambled eggs, is a chemical change because you're changing it from one state of matter to another, and you cannot change it back. So, see, the cake actually started in sort of a more liquid state than it is right now, and now it's in more of a solid than it was. And you're never going to get the cake back to what it was. But when you're talking about physical change, it's something like maybe adding frosting in the cake, because technically it is still the cake, but you're adding onto it. And then you have two separate things. So, and you just go like this, and spread it. See, you still have your frosting and you still have your cake, but now you just have two things put together. Baking a cake, I use a scientific method because I'm using quantitative and qualitative data. When you look in the back and you're looking at the ingredients and stuff, that's more of qualitative because you're looking at what you're using, and qualitative explains the characteristics like the color, the taste, the smell, it's that. And then quantitative is like the amount, the exact measurements you're using, and the number of something you're using. So let's say I use 3 eggs, and that will be quantitative data because you're saying I used 3 of something. And then I used vegetable oil. That's more qualitative because I'm explaining what I'm using. And so when you're saying measurements, that is quantitative, and characteristics is qualitative.
Change is like when a person with brown hair bleaches their hair, then it is chemical because it cannot be changed back over time. But when you dye your hair, it would be physical because it can be changed back.
Beforehand, I measured out 1 tablespoon of baking soda because it just takes too much time. And then I put a Dixie cup on there, but make sure when you put it on there, you zero it so the Dixie cup is not adding to the mass or weight of it. So then you put that in so that you know how much you have. And that is 11.14 grams. And then make sure that you're recording this down. Okay, so first, then we're going to pour it in, and there are going to be a lot of errors, usually, see, and it'd be an error because we just lost some of it. It's going, it's going. Okay, oh, that is a lot. Okay, alright. On a scale of 1 to 8, how hot? Let's make sure that you don't have any other things that could cause a bigger reaction than is supposed to happen.
Okay, so now we're going to take our 10 milliliters of vinegar, and we're going to pour it into the baking soda. We're going to watch what happens.
And as you can see, it caused a reaction. And make sure that after you had your reaction that caused, you kind of wait a little bit because you don't know if anything else is going to happen.
Oh, just observe this wonderful action of nature.
Okay, and now that it's kind of gone down, you can pick it up.
Got a lot in there.
Okay, and then make sure that when you're done with it, you neutralize it before you put it down the drain.
So first you want to make sure you put any solids in the trash.
Okay. You neutralize it with water, so you
So you're going to put any solids you have in this nice handy trash can. Get it out.
And you can also use a test tube cleaner to get out a solid that's stuck in the test tube.